Hi and welcome back. This is a video that's all about tips and tricks and how you can keep going, and what to do when you're hit with hunger pangs, because they can be an absolute bugger. Right then, so I'm going to run through them. There's quite a list, so I'll try and be as quick as I can. And yeah, let's go. So first of all, are you hungry? First thing to do, have a pint of water, diet drink, cup of coffee. Thirst and hunger are often confused for each other, and thirst is the final symptom of dehydration. So first step is always to have a nice big drink. One, it will fill up your tummy, and secondly, the mental act of having consumed something could well fight off hunger for a little while. Two, ravenous and worried that your meal won't fill you up. It's going to sound absolutely ridiculous, but what you want to do is have your meal on a smaller plate. If you bring out a plate of food and it looks like a tiny portion on a huge plate, you are already mentally disappointed. How we eat often is with our eyes as well as with our other senses, and having that sense of disappointment from the very beginning can really, really screw up how you feel about the meal you're eating. Three, lean protein. So eating lots of lean protein, skinless chicken breast, turkey breast, things like that will keep you fuller for longer. Protein also takes longer for your body to digest, so that helps keep you full for longer as well as having the benefit of helping your muscles recover in between workouts and helping your body drop fat rather than lean muscle tissue as you are restricting your calories. Number four, more food is your friend. Bulk out your meals with vegetables, not potatoes, because those starchy little beauties may be delicious, but one, they don't count as your 5 a day, and two, they're too calorific to do this with. But half a plate of vegetables will fill your stomach, give you loads of vitamins and minerals, and it is a really nice low calorie option. So things like broccoli, things like that are your friend. I'd avoid peas for this, count those as a starchy carb, just because they are also quite calorific. Okay, so the next thing you can do, again going back to when you're ravenous and you think that a meal isn't necessarily going to satisfy you, drink a pint of water about 15 minutes before you eat. That gap between drinking the water and eating will allow the signals to pass from your stomach to your brain to tell you that it is full, and also will bulk out, will fill your tummy, so you should feel less hungry. Next one is plan. Whether it's planning your day the night before, planning a week ahead, having a plan and knowing what you're going to have is incredibly, incredibly helpful. It stops you reaching for impulse purchases that perhaps aren't the most supportive of your diet goals, and it just means you've been able to balance out what it is you're eating and that you can just feel comfortable and relaxed around your meals. And then finally, we have food environment. So I'm going to ask you to do something. I'm going to ask you to get up from whatever you're doing and go and walk around your kitchen. I want you to open your fridge, I want you to open your cupboards, and I want you to take note of the first things you see when you do so. Because if the first things you see are prepared meals, healthy snacks, vegetables, fruit, then that's really, really good. However, if the first things you see are chocolate or things that are high in fat or really high in calories, you may never have had the intention to eat them, but the fact that you've seen them will put them in mind, and often people will find they struggle to get the thought out of those hyper palatable foods out of their head. So a tip and trick that you can use where you've got them in the house and you can't just get rid of them, hide them. So my husband's Christmas chocolate, top of the door, behind the butter, behind the things. I'm 5'1", I can't see them, and I no longer want to eat them every time I open the fridge. What you want to do is you give yourself the best chance of success, and an easy way of doing that is making sure that it's only the foods that you want to eat that are really easily available. And the last one I want to cover, and I've literally only just thought of this, is how to deal with friends and family who are what we lovingly call, to be honest, not always so lovingly, diet saboteurs. So people that think you are perfect the way you are and don't necessarily respect that you want to make some changes just for you. So when people are saying, oh, go on, just have one more, or go on, one won't hurt you, or we love you the way you are, or basically you want to have a response in place about, look, I understand what you're saying, but I really want to make some changes for me. I want to feel healthier, I want to feel fitter, I want my clothes to feel nicer when they're on, and be prepared to be strong, because people don't mean to do it to sabotage your efforts, but they just want the best for you in general, not always. And it's about having a response prepared, so when you're hit with these, you know how to deal with it and you can feel confident in brushing off their comments and sticking to your plan. Hope these are helpful. Any questions, anything you're struggling with, just let me know.